Hola from Mexico. Today we're going to delve into New Year's expectations in March. And I'm curious, did you have expectations that this year would be different, or you had big plans to make a change? And now that we're in March, how are you feeling? Have you done anything? Have you taken the steps have you been able to get out of a cycle of the habits that you were in that caused you to want to change? Well, first, let me remind you that we're still in the first quarter. I know it's easy to go, oh my God, time's flown by. We're in March. I haven't done that yet. And we're still in the first quarter, and the first quarter of the year really is about planting seeds and getting really clear about the vision. I know with all the hype of like New Year's Eve and that energy of the new year, everybody's like, okay, I'm leaving this behind and I'm doing this. And there's like some real value in that because we see what we don't want. We see what would be so exciting to do differently and to change. And so I get it, things that do need to change so that you can really embody yourself, live in the fulfillment and the potential that you're really feeling the one where you feel most yourself. And to stop procrastination is a massive part of this, right? Because as soon as we've got those things that we're thinking about that we should be doing and want to be doing, and then not being able to do it, it puts us in such a mood, like it puts us into such a low feeling that it's literally the opposite then. Because then not only do we just dig ourselves into those habits of like numbing or binge watching Netflix or eating carbs or like doom scrolling, whatever it is. Sometimes it could even be the opposite of like drinking more caffeine or like trying to eat something or do something to like keep going or do more. But if you've been in that habit, which like I know we've all been there, you can see how much of a cycle it is. You can see how the procrastination leads to the numbing or the stimulating. And then the numbing or the stimulating is just so draining that not only does it take away the energy that we might need to use to make the change, but it also makes us lose trust in ourselves, right? So then it makes it even harder because once we've lost connection and trust to ourselves, we're actually not going to feel capable. We're not going to be actually able to feel capable of like, I can do what I need to do. And also that what I need to do can feel so massive. And so to stop procrastination is really kind of two parts. One is about setting the destination in the GPS of like the subconscious. So I think of it as like you put the destination for where you want to go and especially for how you want to feel. But just like a GPS, you actually have to let go of like where you think you have to go to get there or figuring out the plan to get there. Because what happens is we could like write down, okay, here's where I want to go, here's what I have to do, here's what I have to do, here's what I have to do. And then it actually just becomes actually a lot of things to do that is likely a lot more complicated and hard than what you actually have to do. So this is what's called leaving room for miracles and intuitive guidance along the way. And so if you feel like you have to figure out the way before you get in the car and start driving, this is what causes procrastination. And the second part of this is, so once you know where you're going and how you want to feel, which is actually a lot bigger than some might think, because sometimes we're just thinking what we need to stop procrastinating and do, but I'll get into that in the future. The second part is develop more discipline. I know you guys are like, how is Heather saying this? But for those of you that know me, you know I am not about we need more discipline and we need more motivation, and that's the problem. But in this case, my definition of discipline that isn't mine, but I've seen it somewhere long ago, and I love it, and I know a lot of you love it, which is discipline is remembering what you want. And so part of that is like first getting really clear about what you actually do want. And discipline is the consistency, is coming back to what you want. Now, even for me, it was so important that I come here and, take some time for myself to reflect, rest, write, feel into like, what am I really uh, wanting to plant the seeds for this year and ongoing? And I had to really let go of so much of the how. And even every day that I'm here on my own vision quest towards creating living into my full authentic potential and the space and the integration of what's needed to do that. And I've been taking so many notes for you guys. I have so much to share in the upcoming workshop that I'm going to host coming soon. The information will come soon, but I have so much to share about what I've been seeing, working with others in this over the years, but then also what I've been seeing fresh and new, because I really believe it's so important for practitioners and coaches to be tapped into the collective consciousness of like what's needed and what's working now. And so that whole aspect of the way that our thinking and even what we think we need to do is actually the cycle of procrastination. And then maybe if you haven't had the opportunity to spend time in the subconscious mind, putting in the destination so that the subconscious as well as the superconscious can assist you in executing that to become true. But for now, the part of it that you can do is just start to reflect upon what is it that you actually want to do. Maybe it's the same as like your New Year's resolution that came up at the beginning. Maybe it's the same, but maybe it could be simpler and maybe it could feel more exciting. And if you do have something like that and you're watching this, please share with me in the comments because I would love to see that. I love to see when people come to like, oh, right. Actually, what I really want is this, or how I really want to feel is this. So something is coming, and I can't wait to share more with you. But in the meantime, tune into that. What do you really want? And if you do have some type of behavior, like if you have like mine tends to be more about like either trying to caffeinate myself to keep going or just binge watching A Love is Blind because I love it, but also sometimes just to not feel things or not, or kind of sabotage my potential. I would love to hear what yours are. And you can put in the comments, you can send me a message. And, I really look forward to hearing from you. And then in the coming days, we'll be sharing more about the Break the Cycle, Kick Stimulants, and Crush Procrastination workshop that's coming up. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ciao for now.